Yo, what's going on, guys? Mason here, back here with another Manchester United show. It's Manchester United versus Southampton preview, as you can see from the title. Manchester United are playing Southampton away tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I think it's tomorrow. Don't know what time. How you doing, realist?
Yeah, mate, I'm not too bad. Yeah, man, just enjoying, the transfer window so far. But obviously not with United, but you know, yeah, man, I'm good.
Yeah,
How you doing?
yeah. I've done alright. Bit tired. Obviously, I did loads of walking today. Went to Norwich City town,
Yeah,
the town centre. So quite a big city. So quite a lot of walking, but now I'm alright. I'm just a bit tired to be honest. But obviously, I was planning to do the stream yesterday, guys. Obviously, um, yeah, just wanted to do it today. But obviously, Manchester United, Southampton. What's your confidence on that? So that tomorrow, do you think Manchester United
Sunday.
will?
Sunday's the game.
Is it Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
I've got my
Two,
yeah
two
Sunday.
o'clock. Yeah,
Yeah, Sunday. What's your opinion on the game on Sunday? Then?
easy win. I'm expecting easy, comfortable game. I mean, Southampton they've lost Ings and they lost Vestergaard. Their squad's
Yeah,
depleted. They have no squad depth. They don't really have no good players, I would say.
no.
Um, Easy win, man. I'm expecting 9-0 again. 9-0.
I don't. 9-0. But
Yeah,
second
man.
game of the season, 9-0. Having 5-1, that'd be
Yeah, man.
pretty decent. But obviously, no, I think Southampton are defensively quite shit at the moment. I thought attacking they were quite shit. I think Everton made their mistakes. That's why they've got the goal. I watched the game back. Also, their defence was quite poor. They conceded way easy goals apart from the third one. So, yeah,
Yeah.
if our attack is better than Everton, so I think if we have this the same attack but add Sancho to it, this attack will do well. Obviously, that's the thing we're going to talk about. Will Varane and Sancho be playing, and will he still play with Fred in the midfield? And obviously, we're also going to talk about guys Pierre, Williams, and Diallo set to be on loan. Lingard is getting offers from West Ham. Should he
Yeah.
stay or should he go? We'll talk about that. So we've got quite a lot of subjects to get to, but obviously we're going to talk about the game. Do you think Varane and Sancho will play Sunday?
Um, I think Sancho will play. I'm not sure about Varane though. If Varane will play. If he's like fully fit, yeah. I would expect him to. But Lindelof did so good on against Leeds. I kind of don't want him to be dropped
I
out.
know.
You know what I mean?
To
Yeah,
be
man. Because
fair,
he could have
what I've
passed.
seen, yeah, I know. What you've seen on Twitter, you rather have Lindelof and Varane, which
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I used to stick up for Lindelof, but the thing about Lindelof is, yeah, I think he need if we give him a chance this season with Varane, I want
Yeah.
to see how good he does with Varane because with Maguire it was not great, and the same with Maguire. I want to see how Maguire or Lindelof give them individual games with Varane, and I want to see who's the better player because I thought Lindelof at times was all right last season, but again, his air ability he's not that great. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think
Hmm.
he's not that great there compared to Maguire. So I think personally, I would play Maguire Varane, not Maguire for. I don't think personally we should play Maguire for Southampton because Southampton's attack's not that great. They only scored that one goal because of the defensive mistake, and I think Lindelof and Varane give them a chance first. I
Yeah,
personally
man.
because and then who we got after? We've got Wolves. They're a better side than Southampton. So why play? Why don't you just play Maguire? Try Maguire and Varane in that game.
Yeah.
Just like rotate the squad again, like rotate the centre backs really, which he won't do, but he could do that. You know what I mean? But obviously Ole won't do that, which is just saying really, because that's the one reason we're not going to win the title. Not because the tactics are poor, because the fitness.
Rotation as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
rotation.
rotate the squad, man. But listen. We played Leeds and we comfortably beat them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's the first game, so I get why, like Maguire, he probably play Varane for the simple fact that Southampton squad's depleted. It's an easy way for him to bed in with the team. Get the partnership of Maguire and Varane in. So yeah, man.
yeah.
Yeah, probably maybe Varane might play, man.
Hopefully, because you know you need Varane in that team probably to get to the rhythm. And that's what I said. I know he wouldn't play in Leeds because he didn't get signed time. I knew Sancho wouldn't get played at least. At least he got 20 minutes at the pitch, but I want to see properly how Sancho does. I know I saw a little bit of feet work. He was doing well. His passing was a bit sloppy, but he didn't get much time, so I'm not going to judge him on that game. His feet work, though, he looks better than Dan James and Greenwood on that right mid. As much as I like Greenwood on the right mid recently, I still prefer him on striker, in my opinion, because he's more of a finisher. He proved that in the Leeds game. That's what I keep saying. You've got to play Greenwood on striker. I know people will say Martial, Cavani is great.
Finisher, man. He's a
finisher. Greenwood's great. We can't just underestimate Greenwood. He's going to be our future striker, whether you like it or not. Because Martial, hopefully he has a good season, because I will back him up. But if he doesn't, Cavani hasn't got long left. He was great last season, but he's in his mid-30s. He's going to never know. He could retire next season. You never know. So Greenwood's our future, and he's looking like a bright future. I know people will say, but you moan at Dean Henderson and that and this, but Dean Henderson, mate, looks shaky, in my opinion. He just does not look great in that Manchester United shirt. And I read on Instagram, De Gea is 29, De Gea is old, we should give Henderson a chance because he's young. Manuel Neuer, Gianluigi Buffon, right?
Navas.
Navas, yeah. Cazilla back in his prime was with Real Madrid, right?
Yep.
Players, goalkeepers can play well up to the mid-30s. David De Gea has proven he's only 29, 30. I think he's 30, isn't he? Yeah, he's 30.
He's 31 in November.
Yeah. He's still got it. There's nothing wrong with age. So, stupid comments. And again, English bias is what really annoys me. And I said that in the Leeds game. Look, De Gea concedes one goal, the cameras went straight at him. I was like getting really mad at the time, because obviously we conceded the goal to draw, and at the time it was not great. But when the cameras point up to De Gea, it was like, what's De Gea supposed to do? Because it was a really good goal. It's not really his fault. Pogba should have maybe done a little bit better with that goal, really, but he's nothing De Gea done, man. He made 2 decent saves in that game. He done everything he could in that game. And that's what I mean. If that was Dean Henderson, everyone would be saying, "Oh wow, no worries, Dean Henderson, that, this, that."
Yeah.
It's English bias. It's a joke, really. And I think that's why Maguire doesn't get much stick, really, last season.
Yeah. That's why. Man, that's why a lot of people are saying he's world class, and Luke Shaw's world class. Yeah, it's basically one good season,
I rate Luke Shaw, and I hope he has a good season. But I'm not going to say he's world class, because I want to see how good. I knew he had a good season when Ole first got the job. He wasn't like world class. He had a better season last season, or one of his best seasons in his career by far. But he needs to show this year if he can keep it consistently. You know what I mean? So, but no, Southampton, obviously, I think he'll go up for the same lineup. Big up, Seal. How you doing, bro? No, I hope he goes for really a big lineup. Play Varane, Sancho, David De Gea. Play the usual team, really. He'll probably play McFred still. But if he plays McFred, I wouldn't care unless we play.
No need for Fred and McTominay to play in our midfield. You know what I mean? Get the goals. Southampton a week. Perfect time to play Van der Beek. Play Van der Beek. Play Matic. Try something new. There's no reason to play Fred and McTominay for what? We're gonna be. We should be dominating. We should be dominating the ball already. Dominating possession already.
I would play Matic and Van der Beek, because I know Pogba's going to play the left mid. Yeah. So why not give Matic and Van der Beek a chance? Play Bruno. I would sell Dan James. I've always, I don't like Lingard, but I would rather keep Dan James. I'm not fucker. I'd rather keep Jesse Lingard than Dan James. And I know Jesse Lingard's worth more money, but if you're telling me who's a better player, Jesse Lingard's much more better than Dan James. He's really better than Matic currently at the moment, But no, we're keeping Dan James still, which is unfortunate, but unfortunately it's going to happen. But I want to get to the loans. We'll get to loans in a minute. But no, which striker do you think is going to play tomorrow? Because Martial didn't start. Greenwood did. So not tomorrow, Sunday. Sorry. Do you think Greenwood would start again? Do you think he'll really go with the same striker, or do you think he'll play Martial this time?
I think Greenwood will play. I think Greenwood will play probably because he scored a goal. So probably Ole wants his momentum. to keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, it would be stupid to drop him anyway, man. Like, what's the point? He scored a goal, and then you're gonna drop him. Keep him on. You start him. I think
Yeah.
Martial needs to grow into the game a bit more. You know.
I've seen Cavani is back in training too, so.
No, but I don't think he'll start. I don't think
he'll start. No, but I think he'll start. The Wolves get. Is it Wolves? Yeah, Wolves. He'll start against Wolves, definitely.
Yeah, man. So I think Greenwood would start striker. You know.
I don't have any problem with that, but I personally I like Martial to get more of a chance because don't forget he needs another chance. But obviously that's I think what's your prediction? What you said 9-0, didn't you?
I said 9-0. No, I just playing around, man. It won't be 9-0. Man, I'm going. Damn, man. I'm going at least 4-0, mate.
Yeah, I think it'll be like 3 or 4-0. Unless Lingard Maguire plays again, I think it'll be 4-1. I still think they'll concede that one goal somehow.
I don't think so, but
Yeah, well, stream Moscow. But no, I think it will be 4-0, 3-0. I don't think Southampton's going to really do much in that game. I think we'll attack pretty much.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, look at that.
This guy is mad. You're on mute, bro.
Yeah,
What's up, Chico?
What's happening?
What's happening, bro? How you doing?
Wagwan.
How you doing?
Good, man.
I'm good, man. Having a very good day. Did you get me? I got the champagne popping and everything.
Yeah.
What you guys talking about?
No, we were talking about we were talking about Southampton and what's your prediction, and are you not tomorrow, Sunday? I keep saying tomorrow because I think it's Saturday.
Getting to the prediction already, bro.
Huh?
You're getting to the prediction already.
Yeah.
Straightforward. Okay.
What do you think? Do you think Varane? Or we were saying, do you think Varane and Sancho will start for that game Sunday?
Well, for me personally, I think it makes sense for Varane to maybe start that game because it's kind of like a lesser. Southampton posed a lesser threat to Leeds. Do you get me? Our history with Southampton over the years, they always kind of like score against us for some reason. If it's not a free kick from James Ward-Prowse, somehow, some way, they always end up scoring. But I think in this kind of game, we need to approach it with more like a solid. You get me? A solid base.
Yeah.
So I think it would. Ole has been speaking in high regards of Rafael Varane, so it makes sense for Rafael Varane to start the game.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a bad thing to see Lindelof start either, but I just think it's time for us Ole to be ruthless and just say, this is my centre back I'm going with. You get me? You're gonna have to start fighting for your place in this team, and we need to build like a base, a proper a proper base going forward to get that
progress, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Get the winning streak going. If we can go on a run for like 9 games in a row, bro, I'll be happy. Do you get me? But before the the international break, we need to have that 3 win on the bounce.
Is there an international break?
Yeah.
Yes,
after the third
game.
Is
it 3 games?
3 games in, there's international.
Oh, that's gonna be horrible to watch.
I would definitely like to see Rafael Varane start tomorrow. I don't know about
Sunday.
Sancho.
Sunday, by the way, it's not tomorrow. I thought it was Saturday today, personally. So I keep getting it wrong. But no, I think I said to Realist, I said, look, if I was the centre backs, I'd try and give Lindelof a chance with Varane, and then Maguire with Varane, and see which partnership's better. Because obviously, some will say Lindelof's great, better than Maguire, and some will say Maguire. I know a lot of people said Maguire more. I think Realist is really the only one I've known properly who said actually Lindelof is better, should be with Varane personally. But no, I think they're both together. No, that's a big no. But I want to see how they do with obviously a pacey centre back like Varane who recovers it. But now,
Guess what?
Yeah.
A formation I'd love to see. I'd love to see a back five. A back five.
Really?
Yeah, man. A back five with Dalot. Yeah, it's a right wing back. And you have Lindelof.
When we play teams like Chelsea, you see that. You think so?
Nah, I think
I think so.
probably teams like Man City then maybe you'll see
100%
them.
Chelsea, because Chelsea played three at the back. Did you get me? Ole
Or
has
to
shown
match
in the
them.
past. Yeah, exactly. Ole has shown in the past that he likes to play the opposition, not rather the United way. You get me? He plays the opposition.
Yeah,
So you might see that later on against Chelsea. But
yeah.
go ahead anyway. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to say? Five at the back.
Yeah.
That's a shout. There's loads of formations we could have gone, but we obviously gone for the same usual formation, the 4-2-3-1. So no. But what's your score prediction, though, Oscar, for
Yeah,
Sunday?
I think we'll cruise this one. 2-3-0. 2-0. Let me say 2-0.
See?
It wouldn't
So we've got
be. It's not gonna be a scoring fest. Although Southampton against Everton, they were a bit. You get me? They
That's
only
Vestergaard as well. Vestergaard.
exactly. They only really scored from Everton mistake. Do you get me? So
Yeah,
they don't
that's
really
what I was
close
saying.
the trade like that. You might actually see Lindelof. Do you get me? Just to ease Varane into it a bit more. You might see Lindelof, but I see us winning that game 2-0, 3-0. But let me go 2-0 just to be safe.
Yeah. Okay. No. That's good. Yeah, I think we'll win that. But on to the other subjects. We've got other subjects to talk about. Obviously, Jesse Lingard's hopefully getting offers from West Ham wants Jesse Lingard. Obviously, three players are going on, look to be set on loan. Amad Diallo looks like he might be going to Sheffield United on loan. Williams, obviously, I think he might go to Norwich. And I think Andres Pierre is going to Flamingo. Yeah. What do you think of that? Two Deadwood players, not like going on, they're not getting sold, no, which they should have. But Williams needs to go on loan, which is a good thing. I think Norwich will be kind of a little bit challenge for in the Premier League, so I think that'd be a good challenge for him. Andres Pierre going to probably a pub league. Really, it's not.
Flamingo.
Yeah, Flamingo.
Not the greatest league, but if he gets game time, he gets game time. Gets his more game time and see how he does. And obviously, Amad Diallo, we know he's got potential, but Championship player, he's going to the Championship. Like, I thought he'd go to like.
Who was Amad Diallo been linked with? Who's the link?
Sheffield United.
Sheffield United.
What I've seen today, yeah. From what I've seen today, obviously that's stupid if it's Sheffield. I thought he would go to like someone like Palace in the Premier League because they would have been. I think that would have been better for him because he's already played it. We've seen him a couple times in the Premier League, and he he's got potential. Obviously, the Wolves game was very good. If he did very well against Wolves. He's played very well when he's played. He's obviously just not the game. I think he deserves the loan, but the fact that we're not sending the players or loaning players like Dan James or selling them is a bit like it's not great. It's still not 100% perfect. Like Dan James and Mata and all that Mata and Dan James should be going first before Ahmed on loan or not loan but sold. But what's your opinion, realist, on these three getting loaned?
I think I would like to see Pereira get sold. Every time this guy gets loaned, every single time. I put a tweet out and said, "Yo, we just keep loaning him until he's in his 40s, man." Like the guy, inevitable, man. He just keeps getting just sell him for like 15 million or something like that, man. Like I don't get it. And then Williams, I would like to see him sold. I don't see no future for that kid. Huh? What?
Oh man, you're ruthless, man. I swear down.
No, it's true, dude. Yeah, I would like to see Williams get sold. I don't see no future for that kid. He's not better than Dallo. Yeah, he's not better than Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, and as a left back, he's poor. We have Luke Shaw tell us he's not going to get in. So I would have sold him. There's no point loaning him because for me, he's rubbish.
What's happened to Tellez?
He's injured.
Is he injured?
Is he injured?
Yeah, he's injured. Yeah.
Oh my god! Fucking hell!
He got injured in preseason.
Oh.
Like that first game we played.
Oh damn! I did.
What is this guy on?
Who's this guy talking about?
Oh, you're getting blocked, mate.
You're
being so nice. Right,
just showed me a bit of love, Mason. Can I love you, Mason? He said.
And then he started going on about America. I was like, oh, mate, you're probably going to be another troll, mate. We've had that in the past. I've had so many of them. But no, carry on.
Yeah, what was that? I said Pereira and I said...
Brandon Williams.
And now
Who else is going? Who else is going on?
Amad Diallo.
Diallo?
Yeah.
Amad
Yeah,
Diallo,
with Diallo, it would be good for him, man, because I think he's very talented. A Premier League move would suit him best. As you said, Mason, Palace, which other teams? Maybe Brentford. Just to give him that first team football. You know what I mean?
I
But
think he'll suit Brentford because they look like a starting team at the moment.
yeah, that manager looks interesting. I'm gonna keep an eye on that manager, man. Tactically, he looks smart, but
Why
yeah,
are you keeping an eye on him?
I don't know, I might do some scouting for myself, man. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah,
I see.
but yeah.
I thought would you take him at United then if you're scouting?
I'm scared. I'm just doing some work and
Oh,
For me personally, I think United have struggled in the past to get rid of players, as we know already. You know what I mean?
yeah.
The whole Andres Pereira loan every time it's getting annoying now. I don't know
It's
if they're
getting
trying to.
boring, man.
It is. I don't know if they're trying to build a connection over there in Brazil or something. Maybe they're using it for some kind of deal, but
The
there's no
World Cup, maybe.
he's been loads of times though. Like he went to a Spanish club, then he went to Lazio, and now he's going to this club.
No, but
Like,
you know what? You know what, mate? You know what? I think Chelsea do it as well because they're loaning out Bakayoko for like the fourth time now as well. And
Is he?
Batshuayi and
You know,
They got
Batshuayi's going
Davey.
on loan as well. So,
sometimes club they just can't get rid of this player because of the wage. Like if you go to other
yeah,
leagues,
they messed up. Yeah.
they actually don't pay that much. Like Turkish league, maybe the highest paid player might be like a Van Hanos or something who's on like 70, 80K. But these Andres Pereira, all these kind of fringe players, they're already on that in clubs like Man United.
Too much money, yeah.
He's probably on 80K, 70K already. And that's gonna mess up a lot of clubs' structure. If you know
Yeah.
what I mean. So getting rid of Andres Pereira would be ideal for me. Anyway, he's just taking up space that he shouldn't. You get me?
I think that's why we gave him. That's why we gave him pre-season games. So this
Yeah.
shows, and he scored the volley. I thought, like, yes, right, value's gone up. Let's sell him.
Don't get me wrong. Like I think he is a good player, but not for the level of United. Do you get me?
No.
He can hack it in a team like Norwich, but they can't afford him because of his
He got
wage.
He got
Did you get me?
overhyped. He got overhyped, in my opinion.
No,
Yeah,
When he-
I rated him as well.
he
I'm
did,
sorry,
he
but
did.
the Southampton game, yeah, okay, fair enough. He scored some great things.
I don't see
Nice.
I don't see the big difference between Todd Cantwell and Andres Pereira. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like Andres Pereira can ball. It's just the wage is a big deal. Do you get me? Like Norwich can afford him. Like he probably needs to be on 15K a week for Norwich to be able to afford him.
How much is he on? Like 70? No?
He's definitely on that amount. You get me? But
That's
Man United are
disgraceful.
gonna pay half of his wage, and Flamingo are gonna pay half of the wage. That's how loan deal works. Sometimes the club pays
Yeah, that's true.
the whole wage. You get me? But moving on to Amad Diallo, for me, Amad Diallo would be. I don't think the championship makes sense at all because
Nah.
I think for him to improve because he was kind of you know what I mean he was getting into the Atlanta side. If he had stayed there, he'd probably be in the team by now. You get me?
Yeah, I was in first team. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
coming to United, I'm not really sure about that 40 million apparently that we paid for him. I think that's all bullshit. You get me? I think like that might be just if he turns up to be this very good player, then we pay the 40 million. Do you get me? I think we might have gotten him for like 18 million or something like that.
Yeah.
Him going to like Crystal Palace or these kind of like French teams or this lower half of the table club, Crystal Palace, Brighton, whatever, that will suit him more because you get me. Like no,
Yeah.
the pressure won't be as much, and he might actually get some game time because they'll see his quality. Do you get me? So
I think he'll get into the team though. I think there's no speed. I think he would get in that Palace team personally. To be fair, there's a hard place left wing. Who plays striker?
he wouldn't start. He wouldn't start for
Jordan
Crystal
Ayew.
Palace.
I think he starts
No,
for some
Benteke
games.
plays striker. Benteke.
He wouldn't start.
Oh, Benteke.
Sometimes
Remember that
his stature can be a factor. You get me? A lot of managers do choose players based on that. Trust me. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does it. If Mata wasn't that elegant with his touches, you get me? He wouldn't get into United team. Trust me. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer picks his player based on size, technical ability, all that thing comes into play. Athleticism, exactly. So
Athleticism mainly because
definitely, Amad Diallo will benefit from. You get me? If he goes to the championship, it might suit him. Yeah, he'll ball out over there. But if you actually listen to the press conference today, it doesn't look like he's going anywhere. So he might be wasting another, you know, season at Man United because I don't see Ole giving him game time. Do you get me? So
No,
yeah.
exactly. Because you've
you
got
know,
like the right mid situation. You got Greenwood plays right mid more than Ahmed. You got Dan James.
definitely
You got Sancho will be the number 1, 2. You got 3 right mids. Ahmed's going to be the fourth one. You still got Palestri too, who I think he's gone on loan.
he's gone
But when
already.
he comes,
He's
yeah,
he's gone already. Yeah.
he's gone on loan. So when he comes back, that'll be like 5. You know, Sharif John plays left mid, don't he? Or plays right mid.
Right.
Facts.
Any could play right.
Yeah, but and that's the same with Pierre. When I was going to say Pierre goes on loan, Sean goes on loan a lot too. You know, there's loads of players we've been loaning out a lot that we said been saying for a couple seasons
I
now.
don't
We
get
should be
that.
selling them.
I'm surprised Chung. Even Chung. I'm surprised he's still in the. There's no future for Chung. You know, get rid of him, man.
There will be. I think there is no future for Chong. Don't get me wrong, but see these kind of players like it doesn't mean if you sell them, yeah, and if you can't get value for money for them, you might as well loan them out. I think that's my United's approach. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah, that's what Chelsea
competent.
do as well.
Yeah, you might as well loan them out. If you
Sometimes.
can't get value for money, wait again. You get me? Like pay them some amount of money. You're gonna end up paying their wage anyway. So you might as well continue. So you need at least 15 mil for Chong because there's resale value on him. Andres Pereira can go for 10. I'm surprised we're still not getting rid of Phil Jones because no one wants to buy him.
Oh,
We should just terminate his contract at this point.
that was a disgrace for the numbers situation. I get that. Like, I know Cavani's a starting lineup player, so I get it. He's number 7, but Phil Jones ain't even been in the squad for ages now. He wasn't even playing last season, and he's not giving number 4 to Varane. That doesn't make sense. Like selfishness, and he's supposed to be. He's been there for. He's been at Manchester United for a decade. He's supposed to be this, you know, experienced player who will push on young like future players, but he's not. You know.
That's the club's fault. You get me? Sometimes you're just supposed to be told what to do. You get me? Sometimes it should work like that. Like him not giving away his shirt to Rafael Varane when he barely plays in it. You get me? The club should just tell him, hey, Philly, you need to drop your jersey, fam. You get me? We don't know what's the story with you, but we're looking to sell you. I'm pretty sure this conversation has taken place already, but the pride in him wouldn't give away that shirt. I don't really blame him for that, to be honest. I blame the club. And Oli, you're supposed to take that away from him, like straight away.
That's what I mean. We're not ruthless enough. This is what I mean. This club is. You look at what Chelsea told. Chelsea just got rid of Giroud. Tammy Abraham went on loan, I think, after scoring.
The business strategy is amazing.
Exactly. Look at their clubs. Look at the look at those type of clubs. Yeah, they're trying to get rid of players. They've got rid of players that were a couple of seasons ago when Frank Lampard was in the starting lineup. Now they're gone. We, on the other hand, we've still got Phil Jones, who's been ruining his defence for a decade now, nearly a decade, right? We've still got Andres Pereira, who was supposed to be the future, had his chance, blown it, and now we've just been loaning him. Sean's been loaned out. Dan James is a championship player, relegation player for major Premier League team. That's it, you know. We're still keeping these players. Juan Mata's obviously done. I don't think Juan Mata he's end of his career now, really, to be fair. We've got Lee Grant in this club. That's what I mean. I is still at this club. We need to get rid of. But the management and all that. And it's not that I want them gone. It's the fact that of wages and they're not even in the first 11. You know, and they don't get much game times. And they're getting 100k and 200k a week. That doesn't make any sense.
Let me see. Like, even Bailly as well. You know, Bailly, I remember 2 months ago, you know, he said, he wanted to leave. Yeah, that's what he said. He wanted to go because he's frustrated by his game time. And then, a week after, he signs a new deal. And I'm like, but he's injury prone. He barely plays. just move him on. You know what I mean? I don't even know how much is Bayern. Does anyone know?
I'll be
70, 100 maybe. I don't know. 80.
Well,
You know?
don't you think, Zidane? Don't you think the way we've always been crying about our squad depth and stuff like that? Yeah. Don't you think we need to keep this kind of squad depth? Do you get me? Like we often moan about, we need to get rid of this player. Don't get me wrong, some of them needs to go, but like the likes of Eric Bailly, like if he's coming in and play competitions like FA Cup, I'm happy with that, man. Do you get me? If he's coming in and filling in for somebody else, like I'd rather him than Transive. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I do.
I'd rather him than Phil Jones. You know what I mean? If it costs that amount, then I don't really mind. You get me?
I rate Bailly. I think he's good, but it's just the injuries, man.
Yeah.
You know, we just have to.
We can't sell everybody. You get me? We can't sell everybody.
No, of course not.
So,
but I'm going to read some comments out here. Davey says, Oscar, you'd be looking like a mafia boss with the toothpick as well. James should leave for his own good. We'll get to not James Lingard. Sorry. We'll get to that. I want to see more Link to Nevers. Honestly, don't know why we haven't snapped him. Exactly, mate. Absolutely. This is the best squad that we've had since Fergie left. There's no skill. That's what I've been saying. You know, people blame Mourinho and all that, but technically, this squad has been the best since Fergie, to be honest. Like, there's no excuse this season. You've got Raphael. I know Kev is a midfield, right? I still think there's many joints in that midfield. I know we need a CDM, but there's still quite midfielders you would like Pogba, Fred, or Matic, or Van Beek. And then you've got Sancho, Cavani, Martial, Greenwood, Rashford in the left mid. You've got Shaw, Telles. Right back, you've got Dalot and Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof, Eric Bailly, Varane. And then you've got De Gea, Henderson. You know, we've got this squad is so great since that. And I agree with Davey. There is no excuse for Ole if he fucks up the season. And, you know, if he doesn't win any trophies and he only gets second again, there's no excuse. CDM. I get he does need CDM, but I don't know what the hell that noise is. Bloody hell! Sounds like
you're close to the window.
What happened?
That was a car. Yeah, I can hear you. It was just a car going out. But yeah, no, I agree with David. I think you do need a CDM. Don't get me wrong, but besides the CDM, I still, we do need a CDM. But I think the thing about the midfield situation, even when we don't get CDM, right? Like, we can still play. And I think we still need CDM, don't get me wrong, but we can still. The thing is, all they choose is to play Fred and McTominay. When there's other midfielders like Matt, you can play, like he's already sent Matt to Van der Beek play. I know Matt can't play all the games, but you can still rotate a little bit, play Matt Van der Beek or play Fred and Pogba.
Let me tell you, you know what it is? These Ole fans,
he's scared
that he plays. Yeah, not even that. You know, you only have to play one way. There's plenty of formations you can play. You know, you can play a 5-3-2 or whatever like that. You know, 5-2-3 or whatever. You know, plenty of other formations you can play, man. Diamond if you want. Yeah, to get the best out of what you have. Yeah. That's what these guys don't realize, man. Listen, this nonsense about he needs a DM to win the league is just stupid, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry, it's ridiculous.
So, if we don't win the league, we've got no CDM. We didn't get a CDM. Okay, but the squad is still good enough, isn't it? Yeah, I still think the squad.
That's why some people say, you get me, a better manager will get the best out of that team. Do you get me? Because looking at that, even last season before we got Varane and Sancho, you could have switched the formation around. You get me to like a tree and drill them in training ground. You get me day in day out, how to play the formation. You got Luke Shaw on the other side. You get me. Wan-Bissaka can play wing back. Doesn't matter how you play.
No, you can't play wing back.
No, I know, but that's what you had at that time. Do you get me?
Oh yeah.
The low was on loan, whatever. Do you get me? But we showed against PSG that we could use that formation. You know what I mean? So he could have adapted his ways around. You get me? Last season, but I'm not complaining. It looks like Ole is the kind of guy who needs all the best tools in order to get the best out of his team.
Did he Did he play that formation at Leipzig too? Weren't it? I think it
No,
was
no, we
Leipzig.
we, we played Diamond against Leipzig.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
not me.
and
My bad.
Rashford was better coming off the bench, scoring a hat trick. I remember that game.
Well, that's the thing about
So
Rashford. Like I like Rashford, but the team looks really good about it. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I don't
we
know
need
about
all of them, bro. We need all of them.
yeah,
Boys, I
but
ain't even gonna cap. We need Dan James. After putting a slight tackle in there the other day, oi, Dan James, you need to
No,
stay at
no,
my
no, no,
club,
no,
you know.
no.
sounding like Ricky then. You sounded like Ricky. I thought, wait a minute,
I'm
did I
trying
have
to.
Ricky from the United stand on my show then? I was like, oh my god.
I swear, I said that just to see Zidane's reaction.
Oh, I would. I think Dave, if he's still in the chat, wouldn't take that. I would. Like, oh, mate, just could like listen. Okay, Dan James goes back, but I watched the Leeds game. The guy was getting tackled so many times and was going straight at the players. I'm like, dude,
Let me say
I
something,
watched
yeah.
Jadon Sancho moving
Yeah.
around the ball perfectly fine. He's like, he thinks he's Sonic. You can just pace through the defense. No, you can't.
I
You know,
watch
I just don't.
I watch
Yeah,
some guy talking about what the formation, how Marcelo Bielsa, whatever his name is, he was talking about him using Dan James. If you notice when we're pressing, we press with Dan James and Greenwood. Do you get me? So Dan James
yeah,
bend his run, chase the left back, and goes to the centre back position and also try to press the centre back. And Greenwood will do the same on the other side. Then Bruno
Yeah.
drops back in, blah blah blah. I really think for me, yeah, that's the first time I've seen Dan James being used effectively. They didn't get him on the ball too much, you understand? But they used him for the pressing game. You understand? Most of the
yeah,
attacking was coming from Pogba, Bruno, Greenwood side. You get me? And then Greenwood kept on making the run when Pogba tucks into the center midfield. So Greenwood will go on the left wing and makes his run. That's how he got a goal on the counter attack. What I'm saying
yeah.
is Ole used Dan James very effectively, but don't get me wrong, that game would only work against teams like Leeds, Liverpool, Man City, because he's good at pressing. Do you
Yeah.
get me? He can get into like 100 meters like very quick. That's for me. That's the best use of Dan James I've seen. So if you're gonna use him as a squad player in that sense, I wouldn't mind at all because Sancho's deadly on the ball. We're not gonna be the best on the ball all the time. You get me? So keeping Dan James in the squad it wouldn't do any harm for me anyway.
I'd rather, I'd rather have Mickey Mouse and Dan James on that right mid, to be
It
honest.
wouldn't do any harm, but I'm always gonna moan about his final ball, whatever. But I see what he does. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like in a pressing
If it,
kind of.
I think, to be honest, you say that, I think for you, United, no. But if it was like someone like Brighton or I think Leeds, yes.
No,
I think I could
you
see.
don't need to play him against Brighton, Leeds. I mean Brighton, all those small teams. See Leeds, yeah, like the way we actually bet them was we press them very well, and when we won the ball, we had a better quality to bypass whatever they're trying to do. If you're trying
Yeah,
to play
correct.
Dan James against Crystal Palace, Brighton, yeah, we're all gonna be screaming Dan James, get the fuck out of my club. Do you get me? But in certain
Yeah,
games,
I've already said that.
in certain games, he can come to good use, and he will still frustrate you. But he does that. He did that dirty work. Don't get me wrong. He wasn't used effectively last season for me, and I think he was overplayed for sure. I'm not Dan James bandwagon or anything. I'm just
Especially in his
but,
first
but,
season
but
when he
that,
just kept
but,
like he had a good run. He had a
but
good
that was
run,
a,
yeah,
that
and
was,
then he scored like what, four in four?
but I
Around there.
think
six.
we'll,
He scored 6 goals or something.
but to be fair, it was a risk when we bought that transfer, right? It was definitely a risk. We knew that as soon as we found Dan James was bought from Swansea, we knew it was a risk because, he just come from the Championship.
Oh really?
He had a good couple
15
of
million.
games, but 50 million,
Yeah,
no, that was a good price though. Don't get me wrong, that was not a bad price. But obviously, I want to see how it goes, and it was a risk. And personally, the first few games he was quite good, but David says
Mm-hmm.
James don't start. David, you're the biggest James hater. I don't like Dan James, but to be fair,
I swear James starts for Leeds. I'm telling you.
I
He
think he'll
said,
start for Leeds.
yeah, David said James doesn't start for Brighton. I swear James starts for Leeds. Trust me, it suits the game to the T.
Exactly. But last but not least, I want to talk about one more subject, and then the end of the show. Obviously, we'll do one more. We'll do a match reaction on Southampton Monday. I think it'll be Monday. Yeah, Monday. Not ahead of Rafinha. Now, Rafinha was shit against us, to be honest. Yeah, he had a good couple of runs, but he wasn't that great.
Yeah, he was poor. He was very poor.
He was poor. But now on to Lingard. Last but not least, Lingard. Obviously, even Harrison's better. Davey, come on, man. You'll go straight at James. Like,
Listen, they're all better than him. Fucking Brandon Williams is a better footballer than Daniel James. What I'm saying is what he brings to the table is that what you can use him for. You have to sometimes when you have a tool, you need to maximize the strength of that thing.
Yeah,
Again,
get them best. Yeah.
what you can get out of Dan James is use him for pressing. You get me?
there's
Like,
a lot
he
of
can-
look. This should be the new stream. Dan James hate stream today. Those hate Dan James.
It's not hate.
I know.
like,
Yeah,
if you
No,
can avoid
I
if you
get
can
where they're coming
avoid
from.
if you can avoid him getting on the ball, that's fine. But this is top level football. He's always you're gonna have to get on the ball. Don't you get me? Like for some reason for
Yeah.
Wales, he does all right. You get me? But United is not his level. But I'm saying
Yeah.
if you want to use Dan James, use him to press the shit out of the team. For example, 30 minutes, to close the game down, press the opposition, get the ball back.
So
as quick
basically,
as you
come
can.
off the bench, come on the bench and do his job. Yeah.
Definitely. I would have him as a squad player. Trust me. Sometimes pace is all you need, man. That Jonathan
Even Bruno, even
Yeah.
Bruno. I noticed like the thing about Bruno is that he's a second striker in the system, and like when
Definitely.
we build through Bruno, yeah, like let's face it, Bruno can't pass like Pogba at all. Yeah, when we see Pogba drifting in the middle and just pinging those balls, yeah, while Bruno's in the box with his movement,
Mm.
it's good, man, because Bruno can finish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the box, Bruno's very useful, man. I accept it, yeah, for what he is, man. I saw that game against Leeds. I saw what he truly is, and he's a second striker in the system.
Yeah.
I think sorry Mason.
Yeah.
That game against Leeds actually epitomized Bruno and Pogba's connection and what Greenwood actually made them like the way Greenwood was moving in that front line. I don't see.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I want Martial on my team, but the way Greenwood actually led the line impressed me a lot. Like Bruno and Pogba were getting into some weird spaces. Like Pogba would tuck into the left hand side of the midfield, then Mason drifting to the left hand side, then Bruno tucks into the striking position, and James you see him somewhere around the right wing. You get me? So I think the intelligence of these players, like the IQ, like the Mason's IQ, the way he's moving in that front line, gets the better out of Bruno and Pogba, and I do think like I want to see that going forward. If you get me, like if you can put up performance like that, oi, Rashford and Martial is looking peak for them. I'm telling you.
I had to play. No offense to Dan James, I had to play Where's Wally at one point because I couldn't even notice he was in the game at some time.
But we know Sancho is taking that position. We know.
Yeah, definitely. So we knew that by the Leeds game because he was on the bench. But I want to go on last but not least. Those are you. Dan James, though, mate. Dan James was probably good for sprinting, mate. He's quite fast. But anyway, last but not least, Jesse Lingard. He's been offered by West Ham. Definitely wants Jesse Lingard. I think West Ham could get him. I think Lingard might want to go to West Ham. I think I get he wants to fight for Man United, but I think we need to sell him. I think we'll get good money for Lingard anyway because obviously his value's brilliant. But do you think he should go to West Ham? Realist, we'll start with you first.
I think you should make sure he packs his bags early because I don't want to see Lingard at Man United, man. For the best of his career, leave because you're not gonna start. By the way, if he stays, then I feel like he's too comfortable. He's on 100K a week. He's comfortable. He's 29 in December. I feel like go to West Ham. The fans love you. You did well there. Go there. You're gonna start week in, week out.
In Europe.
Be perfect. Yeah, exactly, man. I want him sold.
I'll just read this comment. Sills just said Rashford's back from injuries, nowhere near the start. No, Bruno's world class. I don't know about that. I want to see more of that from Bruno though. But let's see how he does against the low blocks.
He's not world class.
Not yet. Not yet. I want to see how he does. Not yet.
Bruno's world class, man. Cut the bullshit.
No, not yet.
Bruno's. It's because my.
I think he's really good.
Class, stop the bullshit.
I think the only problem is they're comparing him to De Bruyne a little bit. But I like Bruno. Don't get me wrong, but De Bruyne. Not yet. Not yet.
You're comparing two different players, man. I'm telling
you.
Bruno
when
and
they
De
say
Bruyne,
that.
they're not similar. Like I would say, Pogba and De Bruyne, you can compare them together. Like Bruno and Pogba are not. And De Bruyne, they're not similar player at all. Like Bruno is kind of like a player who just get into space, like the whole
goals.
Yeah, that's really, a goal scoring midfielder.
Like a Dele Alli,
but even better. Like he's more technical. Like Bruno's elegance shows in some.
Dele Alli's technical as well. Though.
Yeah, like I'm not disputing that, but Bruno's productivity, like, bro, that's elite level, man. We need to stop. You get me? Like I understand we haven't won anything. I understand we're looking for. If we had Bruno on that team, we're winning bare things, man.
I'll be honest, yeah. Southampton, I'll say it after that if I see if Bruno has another good performance.
I don't want us to build through him though. I don't want us to everything to play for him. Let Pogba do that. Let Pogba do the work. You know
right, still says sell Lingard for 20 minutes, spend the money on deal. Apparently this morning, again, it's the tables are turned. We're now apparently trying to target Neves, which is weird, but DM, we got the money. AZ Dan, I said it before after the game to you, and you said he's world class.
I never said that.
To be honest, in terms of he can whip in a good pass, yeah, absolutely. He can whip in those decent crucial passes.
Let me ask you, what is your expectation of Bruno? What is his game? What's your understanding of Bruno's game? Both of you. Let me go, Mason. What's your understanding of Bruno's game?
What his special features and all that?
How does he play? Like, you get me? What
I think he's one of those. He doesn't play like a safe pass. He's like more of a crucial passer. He will whip in a dangerous pass, which is fair enough. You want to be a dangerous passer, it's great. And also he does score goals. He does score goals, and he does get an assist, which is great. You know, and I will admit, you know, he is looking like world class so far.
Other clubs have this kind of player. They're gassing them up, man. Like I feel like we do downgrade Bruno a little bit. Do you get me? Don't get me wrong. Last season, I get what you mean. He got burned out. Do you get me? But I'm not gonna lie to you. For what he produced for Man United, think about where we were 2 years ago, man. Like literally, think about before he came to the club.
Yeah, I said that, and I said in the watch along with thing. I said, yeah, definitely. If we didn't have Bruno that season, we would have been fucked. He changed the club. You know, if we didn't have Bruno, definitely not. He would have. We would have been fucked.
Zidane made one point there. The only thing we did wrong last season was everything.
Not rotating him.
We played through Bruno all the time last season.
Exactly. That's what we need to do with him.
This season, you've seen already that you get me. We're having different variation to our gameplay. You're having Sancho. Pogba. We're gonna play through Pogba majority of the time, but you have Sancho to create. You get me. You're gonna have attacking options. So you take the burden out of Bruno's shoulder for a little bit, and then you see Bruno actually getting into the space and finding goals, trying to get the assist. Like that's
the only thing I don't like about people saying Bruno's Fernandes, like a pen's a penalty though. Like a penalty, you know, if that was Kevin De Bruyne scoring a penalty or Salah, they wouldn't give them stick. But because Bruno scores a penalty, he's Fernandes or something. A penalty is penalty, it's part of the game. That's what I'm annoyed about people saying about Bruno. You know, a goal's a goal. And I still even think with the penalties, he still gets the goals. And he proved that. He didn't even score a penalty at Leeds. He scored all 3 goals without a penalty. You know, and then he scored a free kick against Everton. What, are you going to say that's a free kick Fernandes now? Is that what you're going to call him?
So Bruno's world class. I don't care what anybody tells me.
I hope he continues it. I hope we rotate it because we need to use him right. Give him a little bit because you know what I mean. We come back here. He comes back from Euros. He's fit. He's had a break, and he looks great. He looks fresh. He looks brilliant. In February or March, in January, I think it was January or February, March-ish, January or February-ish, right? we started to lose Bruno a little bit because his fitness was getting a bit bad because we played him every game.
Ollie's fault. That's Ollie's fault.
And that's Ollie's fault, exactly. It's not Bruno's
Exactly.
fault. He doesn't get told, oh, you're going to sit on the bench. Because if he says no, the manager might, I don't think the manager will drop it, but if you say no to a manager,
If Ollie was
might-
playing the likes of Donny van der Beek, if he was giving him mark sharpness, if he was sharper, do you get me? So you'll be able to bring Bruno off for the last 15 minutes of the game. Trust me, that does a lot for a player. Saving them for 15 minutes this, 15 minutes there. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Like they're burning out eventually. Like since January, after we went to that, I think we were top of the league at one stage. He was burned out, man. Like he was done.
Yeah.
Trust me.
well, a realist, if he does have if he continues this all season, right, and he gets like a break, will you call him world class then? Personally. Right. I'm going to read some comments quickly. Hassan, who is a good manager, seen it before, and let's not give Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse just stayed at Southampton, so Southampton fans might be happy with that. No one could dispute his stats, though, but I just want to see a better performance along with that. No, I get that. I get what you mean. I think you're going on about holding the ball. I get he doesn't hold
What
the
does
ball
it mean
very
by that?
well.
What does it mean?
I think-
What's that? So Hassan Hutu statement. What does it mean?
He's a good
What are you
manager,
trying to
seen it before, and let's not give Ward-Prowse space for a free kick. De Gea in.
Oh, for the game on Sunday.
The-
Okay.
Well, De Gea's not great with free kicks, though. I'm not going to be honest. I'm going to be honest with that, but but it's yeah. But no, I think I get what David comes for. Bruno doesn't hold the ball. I get that, but against Leeds, we didn't hold the play. The reason why he didn't hold, the reason why people are saying hold the ball, because the games we were playing last season, we were trying to was it like hold, like defensive tackle? Yeah. With this Leeds game, it actually suited Bruno because we were playing fast ball, and that Bruno plays like these fast plays better. So I saw that Leeds that suits Bruno and Pogba. So we need to continue that. So yeah, scoring penalties, and
Bruno
you need
needs
to look at
space.
yeah, scoring penalties. Shut up, I don't talk about that. If Bruno was playing under Pep, he would have been a world class camp. I get that because Ole's not a great manager, but I think he's, can we ever hold a clean sheet like on? So I want to get at least 10 clean sheets this season in the Prem. I get that, and I think Varane will do well. We will definitely. But no, last but not, Oscar, we're going to get back to Lingard quick. What's your opinion on Lingard before we go? Do you think he should go to West Ham? Definitely, because it is the first. Like, I'll get to my point afterwards, but you say your point quickly.
For him personally, he needs to go. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna actually disagree with Zidane and saying we need to let him go. Like I said once again, we're in 4 different competitions this season. We need players there. I don't care if Lingard is on the bench. Do you get me? But we need good players. Like when I look at Chelsea, they've got the depth in the team. They've got squad depth. Or Man City, we know about them. So we need these players. Do you get me? Because we've been complaining in the past when we play teams like in the FA Cup, I don't know what's called the Carling Cup. That's what I used to.
Carabao Cup. Mickey Mouse,
yeah.
Mickey Mouse competition, as I like to call it.
Exactly. So we need to see good players to get the job done. Do you get me? We don't need to be playing the likes of Bruno, Pogba, and this because we've seen before. Pogba got injured playing in these games, and that injury was really bad. We lost him for like 2 months or something like that. So we need quality depth. You get me? Like the squad
Everyone
is
got
going to be utilized.
Everyone got injured last season. Martial, Maguire, Pogba got injured. Thank God Bruno didn't get injured because but we didn't have Bruno in that camp.
Me, Lingard, I would like to keep him, but for him personally, because if he's an ambitious guy, if he's trying to get into the England squad once again, he needs to go to West Ham, where he's going to get a lot more game time. The manager loves him already. He knows him already. He's proven himself to them last season by playing literally 12, 13 games, scoring 9 goals. Do you get me? So
yeah, I get what you mean. I think
he needs to move.
Yeah, my opinion on that. I think he needs to go to West Ham for his career because you know what? Look at him at West Ham. It was the best kind of Lingard we've seen. He looks fresh. He looks absolutely happy to be there. I know he's been through a lot. I know he was having tough times, but since we didn't
go through a lot, bro.
Yeah, we all go through a lot. But I think personally, when he got through West Ham though, and he got like a recharge of his career and started playing again, his boost. he just started playing really well, and I think he suits West. Like, I don't think West Ham's a bad club at the moment. They're in, Europa League's not the best competition, but they're in Europa League, so it's not like he's in a European competition. He'll get a lot of game time. Yeah, he'll play with a good midfield like Suchek and Rice. I still think that
Style of play suits him as well.
yeah, so he will do very well at that club personally, and I think he works well with Moyes. So I think for his career, great. I get what he wants to do, fight for his place, but there is a lot of players who've been fighting for their place a lot, and then obviously some of them are not getting their game time. So no, I think he needs to go to West Ham personally, and the England squad. I think he was going to get in the England squad, but something happened. So, and that's when he was at West Ham, when he was getting games to West Ham. He got put in the squad.
Yeah, I think he didn't play enough game. You get me? From Gareth Southgate to pick him. That's really it, to be honest.
Exactly. So if he keeps playing West Ham, and like you said, he will get in that England team. There's no denying. Right, Mount in that competition to me personally was a little bit wasn't as good as he usually was.
He's all right. He was
all right, but it wasn't like his usual stuff.
He's overhyped, but
overhyped, yeah.
He's not on Bruno's level.
No.
Chelsea fans will big him up. That's what we need to be doing, bro. Like, I know we like to be living in.
I think he is kind of now after that Leeds. I think he's getting a bit better now.
I still see him like on the level of, let me say, like Mount isn't world class. He's just a normal average. He's a good player.
It's just because he won the Championship League thing in it, and he's won the.
If you watch Chelsea a lot, because I watched Chelsea a lot last season, so he's actually good. Man.
He's a good player. That's my opinion of him. Like, I don't think he's like.
He's not world class. No.
Yeah, he's just a good player. Do you get me? He's a better Ross Barkley.
Yeah. Ross Barkley, what's happened to him? He's at Chelsea, isn't he? But that's the end of the stream, guys. I hope. Thanks for Oscar. Obviously, that was his first stream, by the way. I forgot to say Oscar's first stream on this channel. Obviously, don't check him out if you haven't subscribed to him. Obviously, I'm always on his channel every Friday. Obviously, realist. Obviously,
Wednesday, bro. Are you stoned? You're getting your
I'm free all week. Oh, I'm free. Obviously, go and check out Realist. I'll be on this channel too. I'm always on these two channels. Obviously, I love being part of Man United channels. I'm obviously
Seal. I haven't seen that guy in a while.
No, Seal's in the chat. I think he'll be back soon. But no. But yeah, thanks you all for watching. Until then, I'll see you all later. Bye for now, guys.